What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, I saw a video, basically, 7-8 Sports. Deontay Wilder was on there. He pretty much was talking about his comeback. He's back now. He figured out what the problem was. You can't really say too many things, when even if you realize you have a problem but there's no solution, you have to find a solution. So, it goes back to what I said before. All these excuses, like him trying to tell us that he was holding back on Joseph Parker, right? Because of the way people talk and say things about all these, none of it was making sense. None of the excuses make sense. Now he says he has so many problems with his right hand. We already know he kept breaking his hand because he doesn't know how to throw punches properly. Kept breaking his hand, kept having injuries in situations. He really said a whole lot of nothing. Anytime a fighter makes a comeback, anytime a fighter who was once on top of the heap with along with others, especially, they are going to say, I'm back, I'm better, I'm ready. They say the same things. Okay, so I didn't listen to the whole thing. I pretty much listened to him just say what was wrong, and he basically said it was his hand, his right hand, and that everything was just prone. He was just left hand prone. Everything was left hand, because now he got a guy that worked on his hand and talking about he got a great specialist. And now he got to program his mind to know now when he throw his right hand, there'll be no pain. Whereas before, when he threw it, there was pain. And I'm like, listen, the funny thing is you got people in the comment section saying shit like, yo, I don't care if he never wins another fight. He's my favorite fighter of all time. All right, fine, whatever. And yo, champ, it's good to have you back. I knew it was something wrong. People are so brainwashed. You got to get in that ring and deliver. What if you break his hand in the next fight? So what happens? They bring them back against someone that they're supposed to destroy. It's as simple as that. And then that way, to try to get a buzz going again, you got to understand something, okay? It's no different from when you make a hot rap album and maybe the second one is good, third one, but you got some hits on the first two where it keep you going. Fourth one, not terrible, but fifth one, you understand what I mean? Now you start making videos talking about how the business is screwed up and how the industry is evil and all this, because now that your record sales have dropped off, but you were supporting the whole idea of what was behind your projects until they start to flop. And it's no different, man. And at some point, the younger generation is like, who is this old ass rapper? I don't know him. Or who you understand what I mean? You get to a point where when you're no longer on top, okay, or one of the very top, but people are trying to give you chances and trying to bring you back against lesser opponents, and I mean that doesn't do anything. Forget all that. I'm trying to show respect because of what somebody did. Nah, man, as long as you're lacing up those boots and those gloves, you have something to prove in that ring. And the reality is, until he gets in there and fight a top guy and win, it doesn't matter what he's saying about his hand. Now, after all of him saying this, what this is doing is making the Wilder fans cross their fingers. You were the same one saying he should retire after he got beat up by Joseph Parker. Turkey Al-Sheikh was so unimpressed and so concerned for this guy, and he didn't want to bring him back on the next card. Then tried to throw him a bone and have him come back against Lawrence Okoli in a fucking Bridgerweight fight for a title. So you the same ones that was, and when Zayn knocked him out, he needed to retire. Now because he tell you he had a problem with his hand. You already knew he had problems with his right hand. This is nothing new. So it's like, yeah, let me just take some time off. When I'm ready to come back, I'll come back. And if his fight is a cherry pick gone wrong, what y'all gonna say then? And if he goes in there with the cherry pick and he wins, then he gets in there with another top guy and gets knocked out, what are y'all going to say? So the whole thing is not about what he's saying, it's about what happens when he gets in the ring. Because at the end of the day, if you had problems with your hands, Shakur Stevenson tell you he has hand problems. Deontay, talk about he had injuries with his right hand, and right? Oh, we've been knew this. We've been through this. But what's the difference? Shakur's winning. Y'all might not like the way he's winning, but he's winning, and he's outclassing people. So one person I saw said, it's great to see Champ back, but I hope he's been working on his skills. Your left hand, your right hand got nothing to do with your footwork. Your right hand got nothing to do with your head movement, none of that, anything. Your ability to cut off the ring, your ability to, like nothing. So at the end of the day, this is what I'm talking about. People are so quick to just hear a fighter say something, and because you want that fighter to win, what do? You sit there and say shit like, well, I know that he can beat Parker, or he could beat Zay. I know that, and something had to be wrong. Just like when Tyson Fury knocked him out, y'all said Tyson Fury can't knock out nobody. All of a sudden, he can knock out Wilder, and y'all made the excuses with him. And like, this generation is so disgusting with the excuses, with the lies, with the downright bullshit. Like y'all know this shit that y'all hear. If we go through every Deontay Wilder excuse that he made about losing a fight, where does this one rank now? He's just telling you something that we've already known, that he had issues with his hands. So what was the game plan? Why take a fucking fight if you know that you can't use your right hand? Why? Why get in there and risk your health? You always talk about how fighters put their lives on the line and people don't know, they don't understand, right? But you're going to get in there knowing you can't throw your right. I mean, seriously? Come on, man. So now, according to Wilder, there's no more pain in his right hand. He's back and he's ready. And he's a better fighter now. Okay. So go in the ring and win. It's as simple as that. It's not about what you tell us, man. Like, I mean, and for him to say that he basically had to hold back with throwing the right hand. Come on, man. Like it's just another excuse now. And for him to sit here and say he found the problem, he figured out what the problem was and all that, like, after what he said, I just started kind of laughing because I'm like, something you've already told us a long time ago. Now you're just repeating it. That's all you're doing. What, like, are we like serious? Are we serious here? This is what was holding you back. This was your big secret that you couldn't throw your right hand because you was having problems. Come on, man. So when I say he's making excuses, right? You guys defend him and say he's not making excuses. Okay, he's not making excuses, but he sat here and said you can't really say much when you know the problem, but you don't have a solution. So I had to find a solution for the problem. Okay, then, like I said, you believe that dumb shit. If you're, well, I tell you what, if you're that unintelligent and that immature, yeah, you probably do believe he wasn't hitting Joseph Parker with everything. He didn't attack him because of the way we talk about him. All this stupid nonsense, and y'all believe it. Right. Same guy that said he believed he's going to knock Joseph Parker out, and pretty much it could be easy work. Probably within 2 to 3 rounds, he's going to knock out Joseph Parker. And you went in there with a bad hand making claims like that? Come on, y'all. Y'all should be smarter than that. You know, sometimes I find myself saying, you can't be that dumb. But then it's like, no, they really are. That's why they're saying what they say. There's nothing against Wilder. There's nothing against nobody else. It's just the reality. And then I'm not one of these people, man, that just, like, I don't accept some bullshit. If something just sounds shady about what you're saying, something just don't add up, we give you the benefit of a doubt when you climb in that ring. Then that means you should win. If you back you 100% and you found out why you was losing, it had nothing to do with your opponent. It was just your right hand, right? Okay, then you should go in there and be smoking shit then, according to you. So we'll see how it goes. But just understand this. For every excuse that's made, for every time somebody tell you, oh, I'm a better fighter now. Oh, well, this is going to be different this time because okay, cool. It all sounds good. But when you climb through those ropes, just remember the whole world has heard what you said, right? And when you get in there and if you lose, what's the excuse going to be next? Because what I think is, what I pretty much feel strongly what Wilder's trying to do is have himself positioned in another big fight. And in doing so, let's bring him back against a lesser opponent. And if he goes in there and knock out this meatball, create a buzz. People will automatically want to see him in a big fight because they know the risk of him losing and not being able to be in a big fight. Well, I mean, is that any different? Yeah, AJ got knocked out by Daniel Dubois, but he had 2 impressive wins before that happened, right? And you don't hear me sitting up here talking about AJ should be in a title fight. No. But now, what Daniel Dubois is doing, which I got a video about him that I'm probably going to have to do over because I made a video like 4 or 5 days ago and I didn't even upload the shit. So I'm probably just going to do it over. But anyway, we'll talk about this Wilder situation some more later on when we get more information because I don't know who he's fighting. He might even said it in that video. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just wanted to hear what he said was wrong with him. And after I heard the excuses, like, all right, here we go again. It's never just that guy was the better man and leave it at that. It's always, this is the reason why I lost. You know, it's like that guy who has the prettiest girl that he's ever seen, but nobody ever see her because she go to a different school, live in a different neighborhood, and no point in time can he be with her because he's with you all the time? That type of shit? Yeah. It is what it is, man. But you know what? We'll see what Deontay Wilder has left. And once again, I'm not impressed by, anybody knocking out low-level competition. I'm not impressed by anybody outboxing low-level competition. Go out and knock out somebody that's worthy, then we talking. And I'm not expecting nothing but the same one-dimensional Wilder. One thing people got to understand, man, especially when late in your career, you talk about he figured out what the solution was. The funny thing is, he didn't explain much of shit. He just made a bunch of claims, said some things, and like I said a bunch of nothing. And the reality is, once you get in there and you got leather flying back in your face and to your ribs and the motherfucker walking you down and all of a sudden you can't hit him or you hit him and he don't go nowhere, it's a whole different ball game than you just training and hitting foam sticks and whatever. And that's why, think about it, you haven't seen no training of Wilder's so far, right? Okay, so whatever he's working on and whatever he feels comfortable, he feels confident that he's ready, according to his words, okay, cool. But if it's going to be against some no-name, no-brand, low-level dude, who really gives a fuck? Who really gives a fuck? So, we'll see where it goes. And, hey, for him, if he's on point, he should win, like he said, right? If he should lose, y'all can accept more excuses, however it goes. It is what it is. This is the fight game. Shit is not supposed to be easy. I don't know nobody that make $1 million easy unless you fucking play the lottery or get some winning scratch off. Other than that, it's never easy for you to sit here and just bow. Nah, nobody's giving you money just to give you money. You got to go in there and earn that shit. So we'll see how it goes. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.